Hi, my name is Nicole De Anda, and today I'm going to be providing you with a 10-minute abdominal sequence utilizing a few props that can be done while you're at home, traveling, or anywhere that's convenient for you. And the best part is that it's only 10 minutes, so it'll be relatively easy for you to carve out that special time throughout your day to really focus on your body and doing something healthy for yourself, especially if you can't make it into the studio that day. So you'll need two props. You'll need a ball. 8 inches, 8-inch ball is usually good, as well as a TheraBand. I usually use light to medium resistance, and also a mat. So go ahead and take a seat on your mat, scooting towards the front edge of your mat. You won't need the ball for the first one, so just go ahead and put that down to the side. But you will need that TheraBand. I'm going to take the TheraBand and hold it about shoulder width apart. Hold it right in between your index finger and your thumb, and then reach the arms out in front of you, lengthening the legs across the mat and sitting nice and tall. Shoulder blades glide down the back, and then start to pull that band apart just enough till you feel some tension. Palms facing down towards the floor, elbows just slightly bent so you're not locked into them. Lengthen through your feet and draw the navel up and in. Begin to tuck the tailbone under, rounding the spine, lowering one vertebrae at a time, getting that low back to touch the mat first, and then once you get that middle back and shoulder blades to touch, reach the arms up overhead. Arms go overhead, shoulder blades down the back, and your rib cage stays closed. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Come up to your highest working chest lift. Squeeze the inner thighs as tight as you can, and then roll up one vertebrae at a time. Continue to pull that navel in and keep your spine rounded. Once the shoulders are over the hips, then lift up nice and tall. Inhale, exhale, rolling down. Once again, lengthen that spine across the mat. Feel like each vertebrae is touching a new space along that mat, so you're lengthening. Arms come up overhead, shoulders down. Inhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Get the shoulder blades up, pull that navel in, squeeze the inner thighs as you roll up slow and with control, keeping that spine rounded, and then lengthen, sit up tall. Let's do one more. Slowly rolling down, using a breath pattern that works best for you. Arms come up overhead. I typically like to inhale on the chest lift and exhale to finish my roll up. Inhale, hold, and exhale, lift all the way up. This time we're going to roll all the way down. So rolling down once again, take your time. Try and get that low back to touch the mat first, then the middle of your back, then the shoulder blades, arms come up overhead. This time bring the right leg up to tabletop, followed by the left. Glue the legs together, squeezing them so tight that you're eliminating as much space between those thighs as you can. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders, and bring that band right up onto the knees or the shins, palms facing towards the body, and then press your pinkies down towards the mat. Lift them right back up overhead, lower your head and your arms. Continue to keep the rib cage closed. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, press down. Inhale, up and over. And again, exhale. Inhale. Good. Keep squeezing those knees. Keep drawing that navel away from that shirt. And exhale. Let's do one more. We're going to come all the way up and hold this time. All the way up. Find that band to your shins. Press the pinkies down. And now little pulses. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Try and keep the legs solid so that there's no bouncing in the legs. Keep them nice and still. Keep the shoulder blades curling up. Keep that navel pulling away from the shirt. 5 exhales out through the mouth. 5 inhales in through the nose. You have 10 more. And 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 10. Arms come right back up overhead. Lower the arms and the band down to the floor. Bring the knees into your chest. Now you will need your ball next, so go ahead and grab that ball. Your feet are parallel, hip distance apart. Take the ball, lift your hips, and put that ball right underneath your low back tailbone. Arms down by your side for support. Lift the right leg up towards the seat, towards the sky. Nice straight leg. And then left leg up towards the sky and glue those legs together. You should feel pretty comfortable and supported on the ball. If not, go ahead and move it so that you do feel that support. Heels together, toes apart. So you're rotating from your hips, so you're a slight turnout, and lengthen through the feet. Actually, let's flex through the feet to start. Bend the knees, bring the shoulders in, bring the knees towards the shoulders. The knees kind of slightly go over those hips, just a few inches. And then press the legs out and away from you, nice and straight. Draw the navel in. Again, inhale, bring the knees towards the chest. Exhale, press away and squeeze from the upper inner thighs, at the knees, and at the heels. Again, inhale. Exhale, press. So this is simulating like the frog, as we would do this on the reformer. Very similar, but without the straps in our feet. Exhale, press. Inhale in. Try not to let those hips wobble from side to side. Draw that navel tighter. Good. Let's do one more. All the way out and hold. Once you're there, lengthen through the feet. Lift the legs up towards that 90-degree angle and continue to stay in that rotated position through the hips. Open the legs out to the side, a little bit wider than your hips, and then continue the circle, bringing the heels together till they touch, glue the inner thighs, and then bring the legs right back up to that 90-degree angle. Inhale, open, and then exhale, nice long exhale all the way through, all the way up. Good, and again, inhale. Exhale, out and around. Draw the navel in tighter as those legs reach away from you. If you start to feel any work in that low back at all, just don't lower the legs as low and continue to focus on drawing that navel in and staying connected to your core. All the way up and hold. Let's reverse the direction. You'll press the legs straight down, continue to draw that navel in, open the legs wider than your hips, and make that circle. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, circle out and around. 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Be mindful of those hips. Are they wobbling? This ball underneath that pelvis really provides an unstable surface. So really focusing on keeping that pelvis nice and still. Come all the way back up and hold. Bend the knees back to tabletop. Lower the right foot down, followed by the left. Lift your hips up off the mat. Take the ball out from underneath you. Extend the legs out and away from you, so lengthen across the mat, and hold the ball in between your hands. Put some pressure there. Arms come up overhead, shoulder blades glide down the back, rib cage closed. Inner thighs squeezing, feet are lengthened. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. One last chest lift, and roll all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. Stay rounded till those shoulders are over the hips, and then lift nice and tall. Bend the knees, put the feet flat on the floor. Your feet are about parallel, hip distance apart. Take the ball and put it right behind your low back. Then lean back into the ball. Hands underneath your thighs, elbows wide, and round your spine, tucking that tailbone under, pressing that navel away from your shirt and anchor it into the ball beneath you. You can keep the hands right where they are and then lift up 1/2 inch and down 1/2 inch. If you'd like to add more of a challenge, instead of holding on underneath the thighs, you can reach those arms out in front of you. Palms facing towards one another, shoulder blades still gliding down the back, and you want to maintain that slight curve through the spine as you lift 1/2 inch up and 1/2 inch down. Let's do 3 more. Exhale up, inhale down. Keep drawing that navel away from the shirt. And last one, all the way down, just hold there. Take that left elbow, take it down towards the mat as you rotate through that torso, looking slightly down towards your left shoulder, and come right back to center. Right arm, take it down, rotate through the torso, exhale back to center. Good, keep it going. As you do this, make sure you're twisting from the torso. Try not to let the knees wobble. Press the big toes into the mat or to the floor. Help to fire up those inner thighs a little bit deeper and keeping those knees nice and stable. Good. Let's do 2 more. 1 more each way. Really draw that navel in. Last one. And reach, hold center. Draw the navel in one more time. Tuck that tailbone under. And then open the arms out to a T as wide as you can go. Exhale, bring the arms back in. Inhale, open, feel that quiver. Exhale, squeeze those arms toward one another. So feel as though those arms are moving through honey. Use resistance as you open and close. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. Last one. Inhale, open. And exhale, center. Holding there. See if you can cross those arms over your chest, bringing your elbows close to your waistline, and just hold there for a few counts. 10 counts would be good. Continue to hold, breathing through it. Last count here. And then bring both arms up overhead. See if you can take your biceps back behind your ears. That's your hardest working position. And then press the arms back for 10 counts to finish. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 10, hands underneath those thighs, and pull yourself back up. So that was your 10-minute abdominal sequence. I hope you got a good quiver and a good burn in right at the end. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.